I'm going to talk about a number of things. Overall, you can see it's all about promotional marketing in the digital context. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the business that I work for, just off one chart, Eagle Eye, which is all about digital redemption at point of sale. I'm going to give you an idea of where that's going in terms of where some of the early campaigns have been making some successes and the things to sort of watch out for and the things that I would expect to be developing and growing in this area. And then right at the end, I was asked just to do a little bit of future casting. Now, Russell Buckley, a former colleague of mine at AdMob and Google, and recently at Eagle Eye as well. So if you know him, he's quite well known for doing these kind of things. So I'm kind of entering that in as a new sphere for me. So let's see how that goes. Anyway, let's kick off with just a little bit of an introduction about Eagle Eye. Just in a sense, it will give you an idea of where my perspective is coming from. What we are about is digital redemption at the point of sale. But if you look at it from the customer journey perspective, this is probably the easiest way of understanding it. And what you see is in the green bar on the left is that we could be communicating an offer. It might be a discount, it might be an added value offer in any number of media. It might be a static media, it might be a digital media. But there's always a way of, if you like, delivering that to a consumer who can respond and say, yes, I want that offer. And she might be responding and saying to an email. She might be responding via a poster and short code SMSing for that offer. Okay, so what I'm saying is it's a kind of a democratic device. We're not necessarily talking smartphone either. This will work on feature phones as well, because SMS will obviously work there. Here's the clever bit. This is the bit that's key for what we do, is we deliver in any number of formats, but let's take SMS because that's the kind of like the base level, a unique code. So that would be typically 6 digits, but equally, you know, it could be an email, it could be other devices, other unique codes, which our consumer here, Katie, has said, yes, I'd like that 50% offer off. And when she gets into the retail outlet to redeem that offer, at point of sale, when it comes to doing that, she will simply say to the shop assistant, oh, I've got a mobile voucher. They will hit a button on the point of sale, which is the typical route, which will give the chip and pin menu for the customer to fill in that unique code. We then live verify this, okay, to make sure that voucher is valid, send back a message to the point of sale to say, yep, that's a valid voucher or coupon, and make the appropriate deduction on the till. So what are we doing here? We're making this connection, the digital closing of the loop, if you like. Now, there's all sorts of other stuff. Normally, I talk to this chart for 10 or 15 minutes. There's lots here, really, to talk about, but I'm going to do it in a different way through the presentation. But just notice that there are other bits of information that are coming out the back end, such as basket information. And it doesn't take a genius to work out this has got an enormous opportunity for remarketing and indeed even CRM potential. So that broadly is you like us and the landscape that we work in. But let's take a step backwards for a moment. Why is digital redemption important? Well, actually, it's not just that it's digital, it's because it's live and digital, okay? So if you think about these 3 aspects of our lives and how, you know, these images, okay, the photographic images, they're not paintings, they're not from that long ago, and you can see the whole world has moved on incredibly. You know, you know, the everyman kind of device for getting around is no longer the penny farthing, but actually we've all got access now to live satellite in our cars. We've able in the retail context to go online or order and have that delivered inside 90 minutes. But you know this coupon here, this is the first coupon ever from Coca-Cola, and that dates back from 1888. And probably not much has changed, right? It looks pretty familiar. And maybe adding the barcode, it's really not moved on greatly. But I think, you know, we do recognise that actually marketeers would just love to be able to close that loop and to make that connection, and we hear that a lot. And clearly, you know, it's theme of today, very much mobile, and it's mobile is the device, it's the glue that enables that to happen. I think there's an important thing to say here is that, you know, whilst we can talk about mobile coupons, so I think it's Juniper's reckon that, you know, by 2016 they're going to be the market's going to be worth 48 billion in terms of value of coupons. So we're expecting big growth, but actually mobile it's about the glue, it's the connection, you know, bringing online and offline together. It's that really we're anticipating the big growth from, and we're already seeing a lot of activity in this area. Most of the, if you like, the activity at the moment is in really on the distribution side. So we're if you take the traditional type of coupon, you've got, I'm told there's something like 5.6 billion coupons out there in the UK marketplace, and 586 million redeemed. The issue is that actually for retailers, particularly when they're increasingly using this digital channel of distribution, we've got Voucher Cloud up there, we've got apps, Facebook, and we talk to a lot of retailers, and for them it's all about that, you know, what about that moment of redemption? How are we going to capture that and the information that goes with it? Well, there are a number of ways of doing it, because we're not the only folks in this space. And I think it's a good moment just to say, well, you know, what does that really look like? Well, from the bottom, you've got keyed entry, and that actually, whilst we're showing a chip and pin device here, could equally be the point of sale, but there's a difference, which is worth noting. The point of sale device is one where the staff enter the code, and that's a valid way of doing things, but for a lot of retailers, particularly in the area of fraud, and 1 in 6 coupons are reckoned to be fraudulently redeemed, that can be a big business. So food and beverage industry, that's a big issue for them. So you've got, if you like, keyed entry. You've got scanning technology, which kind of removes that. But I think what you've got with scanning technology is it removes some of the issue. It's a convenient way of getting the coupon information digitized. But for the retailer, it's quite a big investment. You're talking about £200 a unit, roughly. And if you've got a big estate, this is a massive investment. So you want to be sure that you're getting that right. The other, of course, looming opportunity is NFC. And here we're combining that, if you like, that capability of being able to redeem at the point of sale with the really convenient idea of a sort of tap at the point of sale. As it happens, what Eagle Eye believe is that there's going to be something of a leapfrog, and that most retailers will go through from keyed entry to NFC as consumer behaviour changes. That's our particular bet, if you like. And the reason for that is that you can do it without having to invest in more hardware. You can use the existing device, the chip and pin device, and simply upgrade the software.